Welcome to another episode of urbanicityTV. I'm your host, Martina Scalenzi. Today, the feature of our show is HiveX, Hamilton's Young Professional Conference, happening October 18 in downtown Hamilton. We're going to be speaking with Tammy Huang and Abigail Santos, organizers of the event. We're also going to be talking with Diana Weir of the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra about the HBO Go after party that the conference will be holding as well. First, though, we're going to start off with Tammy Huang. So, Tammy, thanks for your time today to meet with us. And now I wanted to ask you a little bit about, first of all, your title with the Innovation Factory, because it's kind of cool. That's one of the hats you wear. What is it?
Let me tell you, Martinez, I got a really cool title. Senior Manager, Entrepreneur Experience. It's
Fantastic.
Pretty fun.
That's your one title.
Yeah.
Your other title is co-chair of HiveX, which is the big young professionals conference that happens every year downtown Hamilton. Tell us a little bit about what's going to happen this year in the conference.
Can you believe that it's been 4 years since we actually got this started?
Really, eh?
And
wow.
This year, we're piggybacking off of the recent success from our City of Hamilton's economic development. So we're calling our conference this year Ambition. And the whole point is really just to rally our young people around several key themes. One, this year it's a municipal election year. So It's all around getting our young people out, civic responsibility, civic engagement, and frankly, we're probably the most underrepresented vote anyway, so we should probably get out there and really make our vote count. And then two, it's around professional development, and it's around being engaged with the nonprofit organizations that are currently in our city. So we've got a lot of big, heady themes this year, but we think as a young professional group, we should totally take that on. What do you think?
Why not? Why not? That's
Absolutely.
Perfect. So what are some of the how does the day go down? Because there are different seminars, keynote, that kind of stuff. Tell us what we can expect.
Well, we always start with a coffee because at the beginning of a Saturday morning, we got to make sure that we get our coffee, right?
Yeah.
But we have a fantastic opening keynote. So our opening keynote is going to be Jason Thorne, the new city planner for the city of Hamilton. We're super excited. He's a young, really passionate type of guy. And we want to kick off the conference with a high, energetic note. And especially since he's got some big plans for us, we want to make sure that we hear what's down the pipe and what's coming.
Yeah.
Our lunchtime keynote is going to be our Ontario Ombudsman, Andre Marin. So again, this is an organization that we don't hear very often from, and we want to make sure that we get his input and what they're working on and we want to hear how they get involved with all of our organizations and how do they become our voice in the community.
Interesting, yeah, because as young professionals, especially Hive, the organization is really to advocate for young professionals in the city and give a voice, so that's very fitting. So how many people are you expecting this year?
We are hoping for 300 attendees. In the past, we've hit just under 300. So the fact is, what we're seeing is this incredible rise in terms of the engagement within our young professionals. And you know what? We're seeing that they are talented because we've got fantastic talent that's coming out of McMaster and Mohawk and Redeemer. They want to give back. They want to come into our city. They want to set down roots. And what they're saying too is that it's an opportunity for them to rise in the corporate ladder. It's an opportunity to give back to the community, and it's an opportunity to also just make a name for themselves.
It's a great way to get to know people too, for sure.
Absolutely.
So, awesome. So the details, if people do want to come, it's open to all young professionals, which is a broad age group, right? It's generally defined something like 18 to 45 or something like that. So, and it's taking place October 18 at the Hamilton Sheraton Hotel.
Yes.
And where can people find out more information?
So you can always log on to our hamiltonhive.ca website or come and register at hivex2014.eventbrite.com.
But they can get to that from the Hamilton Hive website as well, right? Okay, perfect. So we'll just send them there. Go to the Hamilton Hive website, and then they can buy tickets there.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So the organization right now, give us in just a few seconds, what's next for Hive?
We're seeing a significant amount of engagement, and you know what? We have several large partnerships coming through, and we're going to be able to actually, you're going to be talking to my colleague Abigail, and she'll be able to speak a little bit more about some of the different Hive initiatives. But I think what she's also going to be talking about, and here's me acting as a teaser right now, is what's going to happen post HiveX. So after we close out the conference, we've got something amazing, and we want you guys to stick around because this is that opportunity to really get engaged.
Excellent. Well, Tammy, thank you so much for coming on the program, and I am going to go talk to Abigail and find out a bit more about that.
Thank you.
Thanks. So Abby, thanks for taking your time to talk to us today.
It's my pleasure.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about what's happening after the HiveX conference itself concludes on October 18th.
So we have a great highlight to HiveX. We're actually, for the very first time, Hive is providing a platform and a venue for mayoral candidates to chat with our young professionals to talk about their platforms so that we are a little bit more informed. So when voting day comes, we know who to vote for. So we are holding that mayoral debate after the HiveX conference.
So that's perfect timing because election day is, of course, October 27th.
Yes.
This is October 18th, so you've got a little over a week there in between. And so what's all going to happen? It's going to be a debate, but also an opportunity to mix and mingle and speak with the candidates?
Precisely. So the debate itself is going to start at 3. The whole event is going to be a 2-hour event, but it allows not only the debate portion to happen, but also the mix and mingle to get to know your candidate a little bit better, to get to ask the questions you want to ask those candidates that you haven't actually spoken to.
Yeah.
So you're correct. It's 1 week from the actual date of election, and it's a great way for mayoral candidates to talk to individuals that they might not have even chatted with yet.
Sure.
Swing the vote perhaps of those who have no idea who to vote for, or just to solidify the vote that you're actually going to be giving on the 27th.
Yeah, and so where is this going to be? Happening?
So it's going to be at the City Centre, formerly Eaton Centre of Hamilton.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's awesome. It's in a big atrium. We have it right in the bottom. It's open to.
You're in the food court area.
In the food court. Yeah. So
sure.
it's going to be great.
Fantastic. And so the conference is going to conclude at 3 o'clock. You said at the Sheridan. And then everyone can wander over to the city centre shopping mall and then right down to the downstairs and see this debate.
Precisely.
We'll
have signs all over. Yes.
So this isn't just young professionals, this is absolutely everyone with a focus on young professionals.
It is, yeah. So it is a nice little spin because it is young professional focused.
Yeah.
Again, the candidates will have that opportunity to chat with us about what is important to young professionals in the city that we live, work, and play in.
Yeah.
But it is open to the general public. The Hive team didn't want to exclude anybody in the city. We obviously know that it is for the mayoral title, basically.
Yeah.
So we want everybody to know what's going on and have the opportunity to have that last hear or say in what's going on in the debates.
And I know the Chamber of Commerce picked the top 3 candidates, the highest polling candidates to come out right now. You're doing more than that.
We are. So we've actually reached out to all of the mayoral candidates, and we have 6 of the 12 currently confirmed to attend the mayoral debate. So we know that it's going to be a big election, just because you don't get this anywhere. This has not happened before, where these 6 individuals have sat down together to discuss the important issues of young professionals.
Yeah, and of course the proximity of the date to the election makes it even that much more exciting.
It is, yeah.
Fantastic.
For the mayoral candidates as well as for us YPs.
Excellent. So where can people find out more information about this debate event?
Yep, they can go onto our website, our Hamilton Hive website. So it's www.hamiltonhive.ca, and all of the event information for the debate as well as the HiveX conference is located there.
Excellent. And do you have, I'm just asking, do you have profiles and stuff like that of candidates, or do you direct to the websites from there?
We inform them of the candidates that are already confirmed, and then through our other social media platforms, so LinkedIn, Twitter, we do provide all of the candidate information, because again, we want our YPs to be informed. And that's what we're giving them, a platform for that information.
Yeah, and it's a cool venue.
Yeah.
It's a great topic. It's coming after a great conference. So how many people are you expecting to show up for this debate? Do you have a goal in mind?
So the conference itself, our goal is around 300 young professionals. So with the public coming, we've gauged around 400 or 500 people. So it should be a big one.
That will be
a great one.
Event. Yeah, excellent, excellent. Well, all the best in your work for that, and thank you so much for coming on the program today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Diana Weir, and I am the Partnerships Manager for the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra. The HPO is really excited to be the official after-party partner for this year's HiveX conference. guests will be able to join us for a Motown after party following Ray Charles' a tribute. HPO Go is the Young Patrons program of the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra. So HPO Go offers the under 35 crowd discounted tickets for any of our concerts here in Hamilton Place. Additionally, we have the Young Patron Circle program, which offer exclusive opportunities for young patrons under the age of 35 to engage with the HPO in unique ways with events and special backstage opportunities throughout the year. People can find out more about the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra and also our HPO Go Young Patrons program by visiting hpo.org. We're really excited to host you this year and look forward to seeing you on October 18th.
Let's say you're a restaurateur interested in opening another location. You can go to investors, lose some autonomy, you can go to the banks and not really give back to the community. At least that's the way Matthew Kershaw and Aaron Dunham have phrased it. They're the owners of Rapscallion Restaurant and Two Black Sheep, and they're crowdfunding a brand new restaurant called The Mule. We sat down with them to find out a little bit more. So Matt, you guys were on the show a while ago, last year in fact, and we were talking about the success that you're having with Two Black Sheep. And you guys already own Rapscallion Restaurant just up the street. We're sitting in Two Black Sheep right now, but you now have plans to open more restaurants here in Hamilton, and you're embarking on a rather interesting endeavor to raise the funds to do that. Can you give us a little bit of background right now on this crowdfunding campaign?
For sure. So crowdfunding, for the people that don't know, it's a very new way, method to get money. Instead of going to a bank, instead of going to an investor, instead of bugging your mom and dad, or instead of stressing your own savings, or you can use any of those in combination with crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is basically getting a little bit of money from a lot of people. The way we're doing it, for instance, is we're basically giving out dollar for dollar value. Someone comes to us, our Indiegogo site, Fund Us to Feed You, and gives us $100. We give them back a $100 gift certificate. So every dollar,
it's paying it forward.
Yeah. So basically, every dollar that they give us, we give back. But then there's a whole bunch of pluses after that. There's benefits as it goes up in money, and there's all sorts of things. Yeah. And it's just a neat way to raise money without dealing with banks, which I can't stand.
Yeah. I think very few people can.
Yeah.
They're kind of a necessary evil. But so tell us a little bit then. The campaign is called Fund Us to Feed You, and it started September 18, and it's running till November 17.
Yep.
And so it's 60 days, and you're trying to raise how much?
We're trying to raise $100,000.
$100,000.
Yeah. I remember the first few people we told. Well, pretty much everyone we told. At first, they're like, "What the heck's crowdfunding?" First.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of teaching to be done as well.
For sure.
And then when we told them the number we're trying to go for, $100,000, you could tell they were like, "Okay, that's nice. Good luck."
Yeah.
You know? But we're 3-4 days in, and we're already almost a quarter of the way there.
Yeah. Time of taping right now, because this is going to air later. But at time of taping right now, we're at $22,000 on the site.
Yeah, and I think there's a few more that haven't been deposited. So if this pace keeps up, we're going to get there, no problem.
Yeah.
It's our goal. We think we can do it. We have a lot of people who like what we do, and we're trying to add to the city. We're trying to open great new places, and we're not asking for anything that they wouldn't have done anyways. It's we're looking to our customers to give us the money they would have given us over the next year right now.
Right. It's an investment in the future.
Yeah. Do you like what we do?
Yeah.
Give us the money now.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
So your restaurants, because you own the Alex in Burlington, you have Rapscallion here in Hamilton, Two Black Sheep, the cocktail bar. What are you going to do with this $100,000 now?
So $100,000, both restaurants are happening regardless, first off. Depending how much is raised, it allows us to be a lot more flexible with our future and present. The Ottawa Street restaurant we're working on right now, all the permits are in, demolition's done, construction has started. We'll be open up, depending on the city, hopefully November, maybe a little later.
Yeah.
And the James Street operation will be open up sometime in the new year. With this money, it will facilitate us being able to pull off 2 restaurants in a very short amount of time, because it takes a lot of capital to get a place open.
I'm sure.
In the beginning. All of our places are very successful. We make money every month. It's great, and we use this money to facilitate other things. But you don't ever. It takes time to get a big chunk.
Yeah.
And in Hamilton, the time is right now to do things. It's not 5 years from now, because everyone else will have done them, I think. I
Yeah,
hope.
Yeah.
So we need this money to speed up the process for us to feed you, you know?
There you go.
Yeah.
Fund us to feed you. Yeah.
So it just allows us to do things now.
For sure. Now, you're known for unique restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your typical hamburger and a salad. This is unique stuff. Describe a little bit of the food that you currently serve in your locations and what your hopes are now for these 2 restaurants that you're crowdfunding for.
So we'll start off in 2 Black Sheep, where we're sitting right now. It's an oyster charcuterie cheese bar. It's a place you come, you grab a drink, and you have food to meander over, to nibble over. It's not a meal. It's not a restaurant per se. You could be. I mean, if you need to fill yourself, there's enough cheese and meat around. But it's a place to talk and enjoy and experience flavors. Up the street, Rapscallion, is a small plates blackboard menu that deals in nose to tail food. Nose to tail is literally looking at things like veal cheeks all the way down to oxtails and foie gras and duck confit, and it's very meat centric, very interesting, and you're going to see a lot of surprises there.
Yeah.
The Alex in Burlington is also small plates, tapas style dining. So when you go in, you maybe 2 people go in. You go in with your wife. You're going to get 4 or 5 dishes, and you're going to try 5 totally different things. We basically it's fine dining, but half the price and half the size. So you can experience more things. Non-pretentious fine dining, mind you. It's great service, it's great food, but you don't have to dress up. There's no tablecloths, and the prices do reflect that. With the new places, we're going to be doing some, I think, pretty cool stuff that Hamilton's never seen. Black Sheep Snack Bar.
And that's the one on Ottawa Street, right?
That's Ottawa Street.
Yeah.
It's going to be 7 days a week, open till 2 a.m., and the kitchen's going to be open till 2 a.m. So if you're one of those people, I think, like you and I,
like many people, I think,
you have a late life,
yeah,
and we get hungry just like other people. We don't
sure.
have breakfast; we
Yeah.
have second dinner. We're going to be open till 2 a.m., and we're going to be serving really cool bar food. Everything starts at $3 and goes up to like $9. That's
Wow.
it. But it's small, and it's sampling, and it's interesting, weird stuff. Like we're going to debone chicken wings and stuff them full of Thai braised spinach and spicy noodles, and you're gonna have this deboned, spicy, yummy goodness, and then there'll be a bowl of crispy chicken skin garam masala. So literally, chicken skin, everyone's favorite part of the chicken, spiced up in some nice East Indian flavors, and then you can see things like truffled popcorn with pecorino and butter, and just it's like a wicked bowl of popcorn.
Yeah.
And everything's small and fun, and it's bar food, kinda,
Yeah.
but our twist on it.
Huh,
And then finally, when we get to the Mule, which is the James Street operation,
and that's really the one that the crowdfunding campaign is
that's
directed
what this one's
at, right?
for. Yeah. It's our first big restaurant because we usually do small things. This is going to be a reasonably large restaurant and focusing on taco, tequila, and bourbon. Our price point's going to be lower than Rapscallion and the Alex, but it's going to be the same style of food, except it's going to be in tacos. So you're going to have things like confit veal tongue, or southern fried chicken with some really spicy in the taco. Yeah. And those are really cool appetizers and then good cocktails. And again, we'll be open late, and it's going to be the first gluten-free restaurant, 100% in Hamilton as well.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, 100% gluten-free. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge because there's some things that can sneak into a menu, and you didn't even know they're gluten-free. But soy sauce.
Yeah.
Do you know that's gluten-free? It's not. You have to buy a very specific one to get because it's things like that.
Yeah,
But we have
interesting.
my partner Erin. She's a celiac, and so I've been taught a lot about those little secrets.
Yeah.
The things you got to watch for.
Yeah, and you're going to bring it to the Mule now.
Yes.
And this is a really cool spot that you're putting this restaurant into. This is a fantastic location on James Street North. Tell us a bit about that.
So Erin and I were looking for quite a while on James Street North. It's a place we wanted to be for a number of months, years, and we had some ups and downs. Thought we had a place, didn't. And then finally, Steve Kolakowski, who's a real boon for downtown Hamilton, he approached us and said, "Hey, I got something for you." And after a little while, we discovered what it was, saw the space, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So the old Sirloin Cellar
There you go.
on James North, not that space, because that space is pretty much condemned right now. But the main floor. It's a big, beautiful, 130-foot deep, exposed brick walls. It's a nice old building. It's going to be really sharp. This is where Erin shines, and with spaces like this, I have no idea what I'm doing. I make yummy food.
You make food, yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty exciting.
That's
to see
exciting.
what's going to happen there.
That's right in the heart of everything. That's bringing the
Yeah.
art crawl right up to Gore Park, and you guys are going to be right between the two.
We'll make the suits, meet the musicians, and
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we're out of time, but tell us finally, it's fundustofeedyou.ca that
Yep.
people can go to until November 17, and they can contribute to the crowdfunding campaign to open the new restaurant, The Mule, on James Street North, the Sirloin Cellar building there, and the gifts and stuff you're giving back, it's pretty much a dollar for a dollar in value. So plus, yeah, like pigs' heads and
all sorts of things.
Suckling pigs and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Matt, thanks so much for coming on the show today.
My pleasure.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time on Urbanicity TV. Until then, I'm your host, Martina Scalenzi. Good night.